Afghan refugees are in a terrible crisis. This is something important for all of us to know and do what we can to help them. Many people find it difficult to imagine how it would be as a refugee, but imagining what it is like is almost impossible. To help you understand, I'd like to start with the story of an Afghan refugee boy named Farouk. I want you to think of your day-to-day life for a moment. You probably would think going to school, spending time with your family and friends, playing outside, or watching TV. Well, Farouk didn't get to have any of these things. What he did is fled war in his home country, Afghanistan, in the early 2018. He crossed 10 countries, slept under bridges, and finally ended up in Italy. On the way, he's picked up 5 languages. In Italy, he asked staff at the UN Refugee Agency for protection. In his own words, he said, "I had been living in the holes of the bridge under train tracks. It was winter and I was cold. Every day at 5 p.m. I would go to the parking lot where some volunteers would give out free meals. It was the only time I ate." He arrived in London in May and was reunited with his brother and sister. Unfortunately, this is how many Afghan refugees have had to survive. What are some of the major challenges Afghan refugees are facing? The UN Refugee Agencies say that Afghan refugees are not safe in the camps. The Taliban, a fundamentalist political organization, are around where they live. They are very untrusting of foreigners, so it is hard for aid workers to come and support the refugees. Sometimes violence can start and fighting can happen, resulting in innocent refugees getting hurt or losing their lives. According to another report from BBC, Afghan refugee camps experience frequent disease outbreaks like cholera, an infection in the intestine caused by bacteria in the water, tuberculosis, bacterial infection in the lungs, and dysentery, infection in the intestines resulting in severe diarrhea. These diseases spread quickly in these refugee camps because they are overcrowded, and now with COVID-19, the people in these camps face even a higher risk of catching the disease. Farouk isn't alone. Over half of all Afghan refugees are children too. Because children are still developing mentally, they're suffering psychological problems, including loneliness, feeling depressed, anxiety, traumatic grief, and other issues. What can we do to help improve the condition of these Afghan refugees? We can give charity to organizations that help in Afghanistan, such as the Muslim charity Helping Hands. You can also spread the word by sharing posts on social media. And don't forget to talk to your government representatives and ask for their support in this cause. I would like to end with the words of the Prophet ﷺ.
لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه.
None of you truly believes until he loves for his brother that which he loves for himself.